So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. Exclusively designed by Nixie Nax Arts, we bring you our second exclusive mat with the colossal Rainbow Neos taking on Red Eyes Dragoon, using both Dark Magician and Red Eyes alongside Elemental Hero Neos and of course Rainbow Dragon. Produced by Venom Battle Gear, this is an exclusive mat only available from their site. You can get this mat both with and without zones, and it can be shipped worldwide. What are you waiting for? Visit venombattlegear.co.uk to get your own exclusive Rainbow Neos versus Red Eyes Dragoon playmat.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Z4 Games and I'm bringing to you guys an update to Valkyries. I haven't done this one in a long time. I believe the last one who did a profile on Valkyries was Dale. So, I want to leave you guys my take on Valkyries now that Banlist is out, cards have been released, reprints have been made. This deck is now more budget than ever, which is great because a good card that was really needed for this deck to help boost its consistency has now been reprinted like 2 times since like the last time I recorded this, and so it's now much more budget. It's literally the only thing that is somewhat pricey to make this deck competitive. It's very needed, unfortunately, until Valkyrie gets their own draw card, so spoiled that one now what it is. But yes, Extravagance did get reprinted multiple times, so you can now pick like a playset up for about 50 quid if you're lucky with somebody. I'm sure someone can do that for you. You could pushing it to like 45, yes, so Extravagance did get a reprint. Helps this deck a lot, makes this deck a lot more budget, a lot more competitive. It's great, really just does it so much. Along with Sigrun, and it's just so good. So before I get into this, if you enjoy this, give us a like and subscribe down below. And if you do, ding that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any other future content that we're posting up here on the channel. Banlist again is out, lots of updates coming your way, and we do hope you guys enjoy it. And obviously, if you enjoy a person's content, if you want to see more of it, that notification bell helps prevent you missing that, and we all appreciate it and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So for what it's said and done, let's get into this Valkyrie deck. Starting off with the 3 obs, we're playing 3 Sigrun. She's like the best Valkyrie in the deck, just helps generate so much advantage, board presence just all around, just so good. Summons herself as well if you had to. So 3 Sigrun. One of the best ways to get to Sigrun is Shest. Shest is just so good. The only issue is that she has to be special summoned. Yes, I do have Valkyrie sleeves. The only issue is that she does have to be special summoned. Kind of wish it was a normal summon as well. But I guess if it did, it would be broken. Like, you'd be taking this engine in all fairy decks. But yeah, we gotta play 3 Shest. Hopefully we can get 1 for 1 to 2 at some point, like OTG. 3 Drit. She searches every Valkyrie card in the deck, which does include Ride of the Valkyries, for all of you people out there that don't know that. And playing 3 Zvite. So I took a look at profiles online to see what other people are playing, and I saw a profile playing triple Zvite, and it just makes sense actually. She is the only one in the deck that does remove monsters just outright, just on summon. So she's one of the the second best thing to summon off your Shest, especially if you're like going into battle, ironically. So you can just get this card out during the battle phase, just pop in a post monster for free, and just keep swinging for damage, because that's what you want the deck to do. You want the deck to remove monsters off the board, swarm the field, deal the damage, and then Mischief do more damage. So Zvite helps do that, and that's just literally it. 2 copies of Verte. This is quite funny with Verte, is that she's okay like here in like IRL, but on Duel Links she's busted. It's so funny. So I have such a love-hate relationship with Verte, depending where I'm playing the game. Like, it's just so funny. But Verte is still pretty good, even IRL. It's same mentality as you're playing it in Duel Links. You summon Verte, do your thing, swarm the board a little bit more, go into battle, just crash your Verte, summon your Zvita, pop the monster, and then just go off from there. So Verte is really good. You do play a lot more normal spells in the deck as opposed to like Duel Links, so you can get that excavation off with Verte. Get that pseudo surge, so you do play the 3 Verte. And then we play 3 one-off Valkyries in the forms of 1 Brewhealed, 1 Erda, and 1 Est. Brewhealed has just become less and less of the deck's boss monster now. This is such a shame. I think the main issue is that she gains the attack from your opponent's field and not yours. I think it should have been the other way around. You could argue that it would make her a bit OP, but like you could just reduce the attack gain or something like that. But like 300 for every monster you control, it would have been alright. But yeah, so you play only the 1 Brewhealed. Erdai in testing are summoning a lot of like the S of the Verte, just because when you do that, and the Seshed as well, she will permanently reduce all your monsters' field by 1,000 while she remains on board. And the Banish is actually pretty handy as well for your Drillit as well. It's very, very handy. But the 1 Erster, she's like your pseudo DD Crow in the deck, and your 1 in archetype forms of disruption. But you only play as a 1-of just because between her and Verte or Zvite, the Zvite's just overall better because it actually deals with the threats on board. I'm playing 3 copies of Herald of the Orange Light. It's actually pretty good in the deck just because like I'm not just using this as like the cheap hand trap for the deck. It actually comes very well with Sigrun because you can use Orange Light, send her and any of the Valkyries that you just want to have engraved, and then you can go Seshed, Special Summon, or Verte Summon, like, and then get your Sigrun. Sigrun can then revive that monster you sent with Orange Light. If you send Zvite with Orange Light, you're doing really well just because you can easily revive the Zvite and then get that pop. So that's 3 Herald of the Orange Light. And then for the round of the monsters, we're playing 1 Hecatrice. Playing Hecatrice because we're playing the 2 copies of Valhalla the Fallen. You can play 3 Valhalla, you can play this ratio, do whatever you want. I just feel like a free copy, like a free card engine for the Valhalla is very, very handy. You're not then going to brick on it as much. I think this works best just because if you open up the Hecatrice, you're going to get to the Valhalla. And if you do open up the Valhalla, it's like cool, you just play the Valhalla, and then later on you can just send the Valhalla for Sigrun Summon, if you had to extend. 3 Ride of the Valkyrie is just like the best card. Like, it's just so good. It swarms the board. To combo, obviously, if you're playing the Ride, you play Mischief. Mischief, I think, 3's too much, 2's perfect. You could arguably play just 1, but I feel like having that second Mischief in the deck is just comfortable. It's just it just means that if your first OTK doesn't go through, you've got the second Mischief to help do it again. And then you got to, it's just so good. 3 Extravagance. It's just the best draw card for the deck. Again, until Valkyries get their own draw card, or things like Graceful Charity and Paul Greed come with the ban list, like, but God knows that would never happen. So you play Extravagance because you could play Desires, but then you'd be risking banishing your important monsters. So if you're on a budget, very tight budget, play Desires. Just mess around with the Valkyrie ratios in the deck. That's literally all you can do. You can play Desires. If your budget is a little bit more, you can then afford Extravagance. If you can afford Extravagance, get it. It is just overall the best one for the deck because you don't care about your extra deck whatsoever. Your extra deck is literally toolbox, as you will see later on. But so that's why Extravagance is so good. Like, yeah, like as I said, you could pick up a playset for about 50 quid, which sounds expensive, but then that's it. You've got your Extravagances there. You will never have to get more. You don't have to get them ever again. You've got your playset, you spent that money, that's it, there and done. I'm not advising, I'm not like promoting like high expensive sales and purchases, but for something like this, you can warrant that value. It warrants the value because you, again, just have to get it once and then done. So yeah, 3 extravagance. 2 goddess, Erd's verdict. If you want to play the other goddesses, go for it. If you want to go for a more bit of slight control, the other goddesses are fine. I just think Erd's verdict is best just because it means all your Valkyries are just going to go through. Like, you don't have to, you play this, that's it. If they don't negate this, all of your Valkyrie effects are going to resolve and your play is just going to go. That's that. 1 for 1 because it's at 1 reasoning because it's reasoning. You play levels all over the place from 1 to 9, so your reasoning is just going to resolve pretty much all the time. 2 copies of Final Light. It's the legal soul charge in the deck that's being that it's just absolutely crazy. 1 Monster Reborn. It's just a generic revival. 1 Regeki because you're clearing boards. If you have the money, go for like lightning storms and things like that. 1 Call by the Grave because it's at 1, so you play it. And then 1 Hobby's Feather Duster because it's off the ban list. It's legal. You play it 1 if you have it. If you don't, just play Dark Hole or something like that. Or Twin Twisters, anything like that. Twin Twisters then has the same mentality as Herald of the Orange Light. Play Twin Twisters, pop to back row, summon your Sigrun and just revive it. Pretty cool. But if you have the Hobby's Feather Duster, like I stocked up on 2 copies ages ago, thinking if it does come off the ban list, I'm ready. And luckily it did. So there's that. Moving on to the extra deck, which I said is literally toolbox. The only thing I'm going to say you should definitely be playing is 2 copies of the Mirage Lights, 1 Hip Hoshigun, 1 Celestial Night Lord Parshaf, and 1 Link Rebo. More importantly, the Herald of the Mirage Lights you can arguably play as a free of because it's a fairy in themed negation that you can just make after your mischief doesn't let you kill your opponent. If you don't kill your opponent after the mischief play, you can make the Mirage Lights and then just sit there on 2 negations and be good to go. Parshaf is again fairy themed, so that's why I'm playing it. Link Rebo, we play level 1s, so you got that. And Hip Hoshigun, your whole deck's lights, so you can just literally make that and just make your monsters big. And then again, the rest of the deck is literally toolbox. So you got your Nightmare, Cerberus, and Phoenix. If you've got Unicorn, play it as well. Underclock Taker, arguably is pretty good just because if you're going for that grind game, or just like I'm going to summon a monster and attack you, if you can make the Underclock Taker and then have like one of your higher Valkyries underneath it, helps you run over things. I just got some like easy to make Link 4s in the deck that just help deal with threats. So like Unchained Abomination is just arguably one of the best Link 4s to just make, just to guarantee some pops. So you just Gold Red. Also consistency, 0 boss. You are technically banishing a lot with your Erda. Just combos very nicely there. And 1 Bowler Dragon can be Bowl Sword as well for OTKs. For further OTKs, should I say. I played 3 XCs in the forms of True King of all calamities, Sequence level 9, easy summon her onto the field. 1 Phantom Fortress into Blafnir, and 1 Constellar Pleiades because I'm playing triple Verte. No, Zvite, just getting all the names mixed up. Triple Zviter, so I can arguably make a Pleiades and just sit on a double bounce. So that, guys, is the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you think of this. I really enjoy Valkyries now. I was enjoying them before, but now that the deck's just become a lot more consistent thanks to Extravagance reprint, it's just so good. And I have to say it, big shout outs to Dale, who, when he was in Japan, got me these lovely Valkyrie sleeves. They just feel so nice, so comfortable. Really nice to shuffle. I just love them so much. I've actually got, because they give you over 40, instead of using like some of the extra deck here, I've actually used the rest of them for my Nordic deck and put them there because Valkyries are technically Norse mythology, and so I put them on my Norse deck for the extra deck, so that looks really nice. So there's that. So again, like, comment and subscribe. Till next time, as always, happy dueling.
So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now, and all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. Exclusively designed by Nixinax Arts, we bring you our second exclusive mat with the colossal Rainbow Neos taking on Red Eyes Dragoon, using both Dark Magician and Red Eyes alongside Elemental Hero Neos and of course Rainbow Dragon. Produced by Venom Battle Gear, this is an exclusive mat only available from their site. You can get this mat both with and without zones, and it can be shipped worldwide. What are you waiting for? Visit venombattlegear.co.uk to get your own exclusive Rainbow Neos versus Red Eyes Dragoon playmat.